So thank you all for being here today. The issue we're going to be talking about is certainly not a new issue in the city of Omaha, and it certainly hasn't been new in the last 6 months. We listen to you, we listen to neighbors, we listen to trail users, to our homeless advocates, and to those who wanted a law, and to those who didn't want a law. Here's what we came up with. Time and a concentrated effort. Met with all the shelter directors, and also Jason and Tamara have been working with the outreach workers as well. We instructed them that we would like them to work differently and work more collaboratively as we look at being able to address the homeless encampments in a much more rapid fashion. Like the plan that Threshold has come up with, and we want to give it a chance to work. We will be issuing an executive order next week addressing this issue and implementing this plan with that executive order. My call to Omahans is work with us, keep the bigger picture in mind because we're looking at developing a long-term plan, and then also be patient with it. This is not something, as I said, that just started, but it is something that we are taking a new approach, and we are developing a long-term plan with our homeless implementation task force group. So what we hope to see in 6 months is that we have responded to the homeless encampments in a much more timely manner than has been done in the past. We hope to see more of the homeless individuals getting the services that they need, and then we hope to have a much more comprehensive long-term plan. And so what I would like to do now is turn the microphone over to Tamara Dwyer, our homeless coordinator.
Hello. Thank you, Mayor. Thank you, everyone. So I'll just go over what we're going to do with Threshold and Street Outreach. We have put together a kind of overview of how the next 6 months will work and how we will coordinate with Street Outreach. So our pilot program kind of uses best practices and is designed to address homeless encampments, within Omaha. And the effort involves the City of Omaha, Threshold, COC, Street Outreach Services, and it is only for active encampments where people are sleeping overnight on city-owned or managed property. We are planning to start this on November 1st and going through the end of April. And some of the responsibilities for the City of Omaha would be the reporting would come into the City of Omaha through the Mayor's Hotline, asking everyone to contact the Mayor's Hotline to report any unsheltered homelessness or encampments that they are seeing out in the community. And within the city, we'll manage the reporting form, we'll review the reports, we will monitor our centralized dashboard and process any new locations that are reported. We will determine, who the responsible party of the property is or the ownership, and if it is on city-owned or managed property, we'll post a 10-day notice to vacate, and at that same time be notifying Street Outreach to come in with their team during that 10-day period. We'll also develop a by-name list to work with Street Outreach for some case coordination to make sure that people are getting to a safe place or getting to any identified housing for them. And we'll also manage the cleanup of the locations, working with various city departments and other property owners and other state agencies that have property within the City of Omaha, coordinating with them, and also our city, the contractors that we use for cleanups. And the cleanup would be scheduled on the last day of the 10-day notice that each location receives. And for private property, we would work with the private property owners if they're willing to. Otherwise, they would receive a letter from the city in the normal process within our code enforcement department. And now I'll invite Jason up to talk about street outreach and threshold.
Thank you, Tamara. Good afternoon, and thanks for everybody being here. Happy Halloween as well, I guess. Wanted to take a moment and give a kind of a statement from our side, as well as kind of talk through what our role will be in this process. So I wanted to start off with, my name is Jason Feldhaus. I serve as the Executive Director of Threshold COC, which is a continuum of care for individuals experiencing homelessness across Douglas, Sarpy, and Potawatomi counties. I want to begin by expressing my deep appreciation for Mayor John Ewing and his leadership and his steadfast commitment to supporting the homeless service sector. His engagement, spanning years of board participation with several of our local providers, has created a truly collaborative environment that values the tireless work being done every day on behalf of our community. On behalf of our provider network, I want to say how grateful we are to have a partner in the city of Omaha who understands that addressing homelessness requires shared responsibility and action. It is an honor to stand together today and take the next step forward. I also want to take a moment and recognize the extraordinary dedication of our street outreach teams and providers. These individuals work year-round through the heat, the cold, and every challenge in between to serve our most vulnerable neighbors who are unsheltered and in crisis. Their compassion, professionalism, and persistence are the foundation of this pilot program. They are the reason we can move from planning to real, on-the-ground action. Threshold COC has on our website something that states homelessness ends with action. This is exactly what this pilot program is about, turning commitment into coordinated action. Together with the City of Omaha, Threshold COC and local street outreach teams will work to reduce encampments, connect individuals with safe shelter and housing alternatives, and help maintain clean and welcoming public spaces for all of our residents. Over the next 6 months, our focus will be to maximize every available resource and partnership, expand shelter access and housing pathways, and strengthen data tracking to guide decision-making and accountability. Our goal is simple but critical. Help people move from encampments to safety, and at the same time support our city departments, local businesses, neighborhoods in building a compassionate and effective community response. The pilot program begins, like Tamara said, November 1st and will wrap up on April 30th. Threshold will complete and build a comprehensive 6-month report where we will present to the Mayor's office and City Council sometime in early May. Street Outreach is truly committed to doing this work, and what they will do on a regular basis is they will meet daily and build relationships for outreach at all sites with an active closure notice. So once the City of Omaha closes that, they will go every day during that closure period to build those relationships. They will work with individuals and residents of those encampments to secure shelter or housing before the vacate by date. They will help residents store personal belongings and critical documents safely. They will provide supplies, address urgent medical needs, safety, and behavioral health needs. And they will connect individuals to coordinated entry, emergency shelters, and other permanent housing pathways when available. Threshold's responsibilities in this effort will be to coordinate with the Mayor's office, outreach providers, and housing partners for seamless referrals. We will develop mobilize multidisciplinary teams, including street outreach specialists, peers, clinicians, and housing navigators. We will provide ongoing training on safety, trauma-informed approaches, and best practices. And we will also keep track of the data of all outreach work, referrals, outcomes, and all of those other outcomes through HMIS, and conduct regular case conferencing to monitor progress. In addition to that, Threshold is committed to doing a monthly report that we will share with the Mayor's Task Force, the COC Provider Council, and the Threshold COC Board. We will increase transparency by building a public-facing dashboard that will share some key metrics and will be available to the public. and will increase accountability by detailing that 6-month summary to be submitted to city leaders, outlining achievements, challenges, and recommended next steps. I want to be really clear, though. This initiative will not end homelessness overnight. Many in our community remain at risk and will continue to need support to regain stability and independence. But this pilot represents a new approach, a coordinated, compassionate, and accountable response to unsheltered homelessness. It's a recognition that we can't do everything at once, but we can do something meaningful right now. There will be trial and error, there will be lessons learned, but there will also be progress. Because the men and women doing this work every day are committed, capable, and determined to meet this challenge head on. So starting tomorrow, we will show through action that homelessness ends with action. So I thank you for your time and pass it back over to the mayor.
Jason and Tamara, let me say thank you for your leadership on this effort. And let me say also to our community that this is not about allowing homeless encampments. This is about a coordinated effort, bringing more coordinated resources to the effort so that we can be more responsive to the needs of all of the members of our community. And then looking at developing a long-term plan